Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am ANNUR binti HISHAM with my group members AZMINA binti ADNAN and INTAN SYAMIMI binti SABRI. Will be presenting the illegal trades of some bear parts in the Malaysian state of Sabah and Sarawak.
The abstracts of this journal is some bears are persistently poached to meet the demand for traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. The trade in bears and their parts was strictly prohibited, and some traders claims to have selling illegal bear products for this reason. Reduction of demand for bear parts is essential as its stronger legal protection, enhanced enforcement, and increased community involvement in bear conservation action. Basically, bears are targeted for their gallbladder or bile used in traditional Chinese medicines, TCM, for their meat and especially paws coveted by specialized wild meat restaurants. Their parts, claws, teeth, skull, skin, prized as trophies and increasingly live for the exotic pet trade. Systematic surveys undertaken to monitor the extent of the trade and to identify areas with high levels of open availability of bear parts and derivatives in retail outlets have been continuous since 2010. Asian bear species are considered to be in decline across their range, in part due to habitat loss, but increasingly due to the illegal and widespread poaching and killing of bears fueled by a black market trade in live bears, their parts and derivatives. Objectives of this study is to examine the illegal trade of bears used in the TCM industry in Sabah and Sarawak to assess current levels of availability of some bear parts and derivatives to support law enforcement action. Second, to understand current trends in trade and levels of awareness amongst retailers in comparison to past studies undertaken in order to aid in the development of further bear conservation interventions. The last one is to catalyze targets and effective enforcement action.
Method used in this project was a physical survey, was undertaken in 13 and 11 locations respectively in Sabah and Sarawak. A local consultant went to visit the location surveyed and then act as a potential customer to buy bear products. So next, the additional data from the local consultant were gathered, such as on quantity, origin, price and demand of the bear product. Need to highlight that they also have been observed on their understanding of legality of the product on sale. Form of bear product that was sold have been observed, and then they were tend to show gallbladder and derivatives.
Okay, now we go to the my part, which is result, discussion and conclusion. There are three parts of result, which is 3.1 is availability of bear part and derivative, and then 3.2 is form of bear product sold in location visited, and then 3.3 is a source or demand. First, we go to the availability of bear part and derivative that involves Sabah and Sarawak. The data show that 13 locations of physical survey in Sabah and 11 locations of physical survey in Sarawak. And there are involved a few states in Sabah and Sarawak. As you can see, for the recorded sales, they are show that above is decline, which is shown there has been increased awareness among community on illegality of trading of bear part. Okay, next is a form of bear product sold in location visited. There are two types of product. Some bear part, which is gallbladder and bile, that to produce a pills. As you can see, it is a price range of gallbladder in Sabah and Sarawak. Okay, now we go to the source or demand. There are 19 traders that reported that indigenous people was a major source of gallbladder to TCM outlet in both Sabah and Sarawak. There are 79% trader was aware about the illegal to sell bear part, but they still go on for a certain reason. Okay, now we go to the discussion. There are data about a bear part and derivative in TCM outlet and location visited. They also have been discussed the percentage of product of bear part in Sabah and Sarawak. And there is a penalty that will be taken for the offence that will be involved in Sabah and Sarawak. And for your information, Sambar's gallbladder has been exploited by wildlife traders, and indigenous people also support illegal wildlife and poaching activity if they still remain on the margin of protected area. Okay, for the conclusion is, in the Malaysian state of Sabah and Sarawak, some bears are still being hunted and exploited for use in TCM. Nevertheless, some bears are at a risk of illegal trade, destruction and degradation of habitat and food supply, as well as conflict with humans. The last word from me is no poaching, no deforestation. That will be save our nature. Thank you. That's all from my group.